Let's see here. I've got to get my stuff. Okay. I'm happy to be joined by Senators Durbin, Murray, and Stabenow. Now, today is a good day, not just because we had a great lunch, but because we're honoring some of the bravest among us, our Capitol Police officers. If you were here on January 6th, some of you were, you had a first-hand account of the heroism they showed that day. On a day when our democracy was under attack, the men and women of Capitol Police were quite literally fighting on the front lines to defend it. Today they'll be awarded the Congressional Gold Medal that they so rightfully deserve. And we just take off our hats to them. As you probably saw in the films, I was within 20, 30 feet of these awful people, these hooligans, these insurrectionists, and the Capitol Police protected me. They were great. Okay, but that's not the only thing on our agenda today. We'll be continuing negotiations to chart a path forward to fully fund the government for the next year in an omnibus and our military in the NDAA. This isn't an easy process, but it's important nonetheless for the well-being of our troops, for the preservation of our national security, for the tens of millions of Americans who look to the federal government for a wide range of basic services. Democrats and Republicans must work together to fully fund the federal government and pass an omnibus and an NDA quickly. On that, tomorrow we'll have an all-senators classified briefing on the latest developments in Ukraine. I'm confident senators will leave that briefing with a stronger understanding about how critical an omnibus is, not just to fund the government and keep our country moving and innovating, but to ensure we're providing our troops, our veterans, and our allies with what they need. Now, we have a lot of work ahead of us, and though there's a lot of negotiating going on around us, we're going to work doggedly until we come to an agreement. Leader McConnell and I have agreed to try and work together to make sure we get a year-long omnibus funding bill done. We hope it can be done this year, and each side is going to have to give in order to send an omnibus to the President's desk and avert a pointless, painful government shutdown. And today also marks one other important milestone. We're going to confirm our 89th and 90th judicial nominees to the federal bench. We're on pace to finish this year with more judges confirmed in the first 2 years of either of the previous 2 administrations. These nominees stand out not just in number, but in groundbreaking diversity. Listen to this statistic. 50% of the judges we confirmed are women of color. 50%. That's never happened before. I think that's more than have served in the judiciary for all time until we got here. And I'm confident that a more diverse bench will go a long way to cultivating our trust in our courts and our democracy. Today, because of what we Senate Democrats have done, our judiciary is more balanced, more diverse, more experienced than the one our country had 2 years ago. We're very proud of that. So we have lots to be proud of over the last 2 years, a lot more to get done. We're rolling up our sleeves and working. Senator Durbin.